All right, welcome back. On RealCopStoriesVideos.com, over 360 cop stories. Please look them up. You're on here now. Hopefully you're looking something up. Exploding bodies, naked people, prostitution, gross alerts. Look them all up. They're all my babies. In addition to that, we're coming up on 200, if not already at 200. Questions and answers. Send me a question. I'll respond directly, and then we'll put them on tape. So you want to ask me a question, email me at rsbcopstories@gmail.com. However, this question I couldn't respond because it asked me a really general question. It's long term. How do you train recruits out of the academy? Woo! I don't know how many tapes I'm on now, probably a dozen or more. But we just had a comparison of making a felony stop with a tenured officer, both the same rank, and making the stop with a recruit. Okay? Very different. Okay. Now, I'm not going wolf, I hate this. I'm going wolf, it's very challenging and I get paid for this, so I do it. And I try to do it as best I can. Okay. But I can get into one thing, and that's searching. And let me tell you how searching goes with my tenured partner and how it goes with the recruit. Okay, first it's going to be the tenure stop. I'm not going to go into the stop. It's a felony stop. You got them out of the car. You brought them back. Hands behind their head. They're on the ground. They're cuffed. Okay, now, partner and I, he puts a shotgun away. Then we walk up. Since it's our stop, we walk up or run up to the car. It's already been secured. And now we start searching. It's almost like it's, I don't know what you call it, like an Easter egg hunt. Okay, we're looking for all kinds of things. On this particular stop, we're looking for a gun because it was a carjacking. And we found it under the seat. Very simple, we're basically on our knees. You have to have, I cringe when I watch cops because there'll be a lone officer, he'll have two guys sitting at the curve and he'll dive into the car and start searching. I don't get that. It makes me just watching the video, knowing they're not going to show an officer get hurt. But I get nervous just watching that because it's very poor tactics. You dip into the car, your butt's hanging out, and guess what else is hanging out? Your gun. And if they want to jump you, they come off that curve. It only takes a half a second to come off that curve and jump you and grab that gun first. Now you're fighting. Now you're at a disadvantage because A, you're facing forward, they're on top of you. B, you're in a car, and if you turn to fight, now you're laying in the floor of this car, and they're on top of you. Remember, you always want to get the high ground. Okay? That's patent about getting high ground. That's all these generals. You got to get the high ground. Okay? MacArthur. So anyway, get back to the old days. So we would make sure the car is secure. Then we go in there. Now we can get in there and basically get on our knees on the ground and dig in there. You flash under the seats and you put gloves on. I never wore gloves, but I had leather gloves. Guys like to wear gloves when they grab suspects. I don't, because I like to I can be able to touch things, and I don't sound like I'm a John Wayne, but I want to have that trigger finger where I can feel the trigger. I don't want any accidental shots. But when I'm searching cars, I put them on because you're going to find dirt, filth, human waste, needles, dope. So I want to have it all insulated from my hands. So you put the line there. Oh, there, got the gun. Reach in there and pick up the barrel with a pencil or whatever. Bring it out, put it on the trunk, and then you search some more. You find needles, you find heroin, you find whatever. It's an Easter egg hunt. And you search that car completely. I mean, I'm talking from having previous gang experience, and so did my partner. He's searching his side. He's looking for some of the dashboard to be loose. He's looking for panels along the side, and I'm looking on this side. But from gang stuff, I pop the hood. I open the hood up. I'm looking inside air cleaners. I'm looking inside the ducts inside the vehicle, behind the grill, behind the headlights, because working gangs, they would get into shooting and they'd put the gun inside the air cleaner and put the screw down, and cops never checked it. Till we found out they were doing that from an informant. And then we were starting to make a lot of arrests of guns inside these wells of engine compartments. And in the old days, not like nowadays I got my truck, you can't even, I pour a bottle of water and the water never hits the ground. That's how tight the motor is in there, okay? But in the old days, you had at least 2 or 3, maybe a foot on both sides of the exhaust systems. You had a lot of room for batteries. So in those older cars, the 60s, 70s, and 80s, a lot of compartments for guns. So I'm looking in there, and my sergeant walk up. What's going on? Well, I'm checking for guns. Oh, okay. Where'd you learn that? Because he probably never worked gangs. Well, I had to explain what I told you. Oh, that's great. And he walks away because he wants success too. So then I come back, and of course the trunk's already up. My partner's already in the trunk, looking in there, throwing clothes and whatever, looking inside the spare tire, and pick up the spare tire and hit the spare tire. Sometimes they have a spare tire in there, it's not inflated, just sitting in the rim. And they push it away and stick some in there and close it. Pretty good, huh? Okay, so we checking that. So I pick it up and rattle it. It's a big tire, trying to see if anything's in there. Found dope in there, okay? So you look all over. So that's it. So my partner's looking over there, I'm looking over here. Hey, I got marijuana, I got coke. Okay, great, I got the gun. This is perfect, okay? And the sergeant will walk around going, where'd you get that? How'd that go? How'd you do over there? Where'd you... He's learning himself. He's seeing how everything's going. He's also checking. He's our evaluator for our semi-annual evaluation. So he's checking all that to see if we're doing our job. Okay, and you can see the look on his face. very content that he's got a nice stop, got 2 tenured officers here. He knows that this is my recruit's day off, so I'm with my other trained officer. So he knows that we're getting stuff done the way it should be. He likes it. You can see him looking like, he's like this, big smile on his face, walking around, directing some officers, but he knows this is the real deal. Okay. Then we put him in the car, get the evidence, go to the station. He writes a report. I'm booking the evidence. I'm doing stuff, getting ready to book the bodies. The evidence takes a while. Again, I told you earlier, usually about an hour and 10 minutes per body is what it takes for the paperwork. So 2 bodies, 2.5 hours, somewhere in there, depending on stuff. So again, paperwork, I'm doing the evidence, processing the body, get ready for jail. I go to the supervisor, have him slip. He goes, sounds good. Tell him the story. I come back. Report's done. How's it look? He gives it to me to read because I'm going to testify in court also. Looks good. Off we go. It's done. Done deal. Book him in the jail. Hand the reports in. We're done. Get in the car. Said before, go back to our burrito stand. Eat on the trunk. Tell each other how great we are. And then we get finished eating. We're clear. Off we go again. Back into the road. Remember, this isn't like, sealing a big deal, a law firm, or you're working some kind of advertising agency, whatever. You get a big deal and you're successful, then you just quit for the day and go have a couple of cocktails and whatever and take 2 days off or whatever. This is police work. This is citizens pay us. No, this is what you do. If you're done, sure, you're going to go eat, but then 20 minutes later, you're back out there doing it again. That's what you pay us for. Okay? Better not sit around. Come on. This is what we do. Okay, now, we have time. Go to the recruit side of the stop. Hope I have time for this. So, same stop. Bodies are out. I'll go over it again. He was on there. Look up to one of the other videos. They're cuffed. Put in the car. Okay, now, we have to go search. Okay, so now I have to tell him. We're going to go search. Let's go. Put the shotgun away. Remember, I had to tell him what he's put to do. Put the shotgun away. Is it locked? It's locked. Okay. Lock our car, even though there's cops there, because they may leave. We didn't see them leaving. Then we walk up, and he's searching, and I'm searching. Okay, so now I'm kind of searching with him. Okay. I'm looking for anything I can get for evidence. He's looking, I'm telling him, look under the seats. Look under the seats. Look in the console. Look in the console. Look underneath the dashboard. Get down in there and look. I have to show him to get down. If you can't see it, put your glove on, reach underneath the dash and see if you can reach your hand in there and see if you can feel something. Look for a gun. He said, what am I looking for? Well, anything in bags. Okay, people don't leave anything in bags under inside their dash from the back side in, from where the heater is. And of course, look for guns. See if you can feel for guns, because you can't look in there unless you have a mirror. Now, some of the guys I used to work with, they would actually bring a mirror, they had these mirrors I've seen on the end of a long pole, and they stick them in there and they got their flashlight. That's pretty neat. But that was going on when I was finishing my patrol career, so I didn't go into that. I probably would have. So I go, now I take the back seat out. In the old days, you could take the back seat out. We pull it out, throw it on the floor, throw it on the ground, searching back there. And he's looking. Okay, so remember, I'm searching, he's searching. And I'm telling him again, okay, look in the headliner, look behind the visor. I'm trying to tell him what to do because he's kind of standing like this, He's looking, but is he not really seeing anything? Okay, so, no, he wasn't dumb. He just doesn't know how to do this. He doesn't know how deep should he get. I've been to customs, little side thing. We went to customs at the border, and those guys got on their, not only do they have a gun on their hip, they got a freaking electric drill on their hip with a screw head, and they're taking off dashboards. Okay, we can't do that. Okay, unless we see something we can. They do it opposite. They'll take the dashboards out. Oh, there's dope, or there's no dope. We have to see dope first, then we can take the dashboards out. Okay, it's just, otherwise you violate people's rights. You can't be doing that sort of thing where you. Anyway, so that's okay. Let's go in the trunk. He gave me a look. Oh, okay. Like he didn't know. Again, we could do that. Okay, so we go in the trunk, open the trunk, and check the tire. What? He doesn't know what that means. So I tell him, pick it up. See if it's got air in it. See if there's anything in it. Oh, okay. So he picks it up. There's no air in it. Well, check it. They might have put something in it. So he puts it on his side. He's pressing down around, trying to see in there. Check it. Shake it. Nothing. Okay, good. Put it back in the rack. Okay, now we're checking the trunk. Find some pot or whatever. But remember now, I have to direct him on all these things, which is fine. It just takes time. And I'm going to have this guy for the month, 2 months. So I have to make sure I have him learn this way. And so it's very tiresome. It really is. Normally take us about 2.5 hours from the initial stop at gunpoint to basically on the hood of our trunk eating a burrito. 2.5 hours maybe. Maybe 3.5 for this kid. Maybe a little longer. Okay, and the sergeant knows that. So now we're searching here. And of course the sergeant's walking around because that's his job to supervise. And this is a hot stop. This is a hot stop. You had helicopters flying around. You had K-9 over here. You had 7 backup units of 2-person units. 14 cops. Everybody's there. So he wants to make sure so he's watching the whole time. And he'll walk up and ask the recruit, now, why are you searching there? He doesn't have an answer. He goes, well, he told me to, pointing at me. He goes, I went, oh, geez. He goes, that's not the answer, son. He goes, You're looking in there because you're trying to find evidence. Oh, okay. And I'm thinking, I'll tell you what I told the sergeant later on. So anyway, so then he goes, but he's not being, he is being adversarial. I shouldn't say that. I mean, he's being firm. He wants to know why he's doing this. Why are you searching the trunk? And now after the first why, he figured it out. He goes, well, we think there might be dope in the spare tire and probably over here. And goes, very good. In other words, he's just getting him to loosen up the juices in the brain to think not what I want to do, but what he should be doing. Does that make sense? That he should be doing this, okay? This is what you do. You know, I'm directing him, but he needs to start thinking on his own here, you know. Okay, fine. So it takes a lot longer. And so we find some evidence and this and that, and we're getting it evidence bags. Get the evidence bags. We puts it in the evidence bags, mark the outside where we got it for our reports. All this stuff slows everything way down, you know. There's a tow truck driver over there waiting to take the tow because he has a police scanner. He's leaning against his car. He's almost falling asleep because it takes a long time to do this. Okay, so we get all the evidence. Okay, fine. So the suspect's been taken to the station already, and we're the last ones there with the tow truck driver and my sergeant. And so, you know, the tow truck driver's taking the car away. You have to teach the recruit or help him do the tow, which is fine. The tow sheets. He does that. And then we're walking back to our car. So then as we're walking back to the car, there were only 2 cars left. All these cars were there, you know, just our car and the supervisor. He calls me over, supervisor. I go, oh man, is he going to chew me out? Because I'm always paranoid that I'm not, even though I'm pretty sure what I was doing, I'm sure I might have missed something. And I want to make sure that he tells me at least the correct way. I haven't been chewed out by a sergeant in a long time, but that correctively, this guy wouldn't chew out. He's a very good supervisor. And I thought, what's he going to do? So he goes, yeah, I said, did you hear me asking him? I said, yeah, that was pretty good. He goes, yeah. I said, I like the fact that he said, well, he told me to do it. And he goes, yeah, that was pretty good. And then the sergeant says, yeah, I said, I said, now, were you, once he says that again in the trunk, that I told him to do it, I thought you were going to say, well, if he told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? Okay. We're back to 12-year-olds, okay? 11-year-olds in junior high school. Telling your child, okay, he did it. Well, if you think, you know, okay, fine. So he starts laughing. He goes, no, I was going to say that. I said, well, it sounded like it. Like you're going to tell, well, if you told you to do that, would you do this? And he goes, yeah, but I got a rise out of him. Oh, you did? Because he kind of went, and then with the trunk thing, he went, oh, yeah, we're checking this and this. Beautiful. I go, Sarge, that was great. He goes, well, you know, I said, I get these. He has like 20 years on. He goes, I don't get these for my good looks. I used that later when I became one. He goes, I get this because I know a lot of stuff. Not anything outside police work, but I know a lot of stuff. I go, oh, no, it's all right, man. That's good. You keep them. And he goes, he asked me, how are you doing? And I said, well, like I told you, maybe on the last video, I went from if 10 is pretty much full speed police work with my partner, my tenured partner. If 10's full speed with the recruit, I'm doing about 2 because I have to slow down. That's all nice. Yeah, he goes, yeah. He goes, you know, it comes with the territory. He says, but it's getting better. I watch you every time you make a stop. I try to come out. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're doing that. Yeah. He goes, I come out. I watch you. It's getting better. I've noticed he's picking up this. He's picking up that. Remember, he has to evaluate the recruit also. And I go, yeah, I'm noting all that. I know every night I note something new. Every night I take my little book out and I write down what he did today, improvements, and what I can, because I have to write a weekly report on this kid. I have to correct him. You can't expect to do something if he doesn't know how to do it. You have to tell him how to do it, and then he screws up. Then you tell him, do it. That's not the right way. That's how you do it. Okay, tons of stuff. I mean, I think I filled up a whole notebook. I mean, seriously, but that's the way it is. We're trained officers will do that. Okay, there's probably about 8 of us in this division, 18, 16 training officers teaching probably 6, 7 guys. Okay, so we're all doing it. We're all doing it. It's not a surprising thing that I'm doing it. It's just, okay, guys have different ways of doing it. So he's watching me. That was good. So we get to the station. I don't want to recap some of this stuff, but, you know, wrote the report, went in front of the supervisor. You know, he's challenging him, but you're going to write the next one. And the supervisor is very good at motivating guys, making them feel like, I'm going to do this so I can show you I can do it. You know, and that's good. Reverse psychology. Not really, it's almost straight psychology, you know. So it worked out really well, and the recruit did okay. And subsequent to that, we made other hot stops, and he got better and better at searching, at broadcasting. The biggest thing is broadcasting in that car, I told you. Grabbing the microphone, grabbing the shotgun, a lot of moving parts that he has to master. He mastered them pretty good. I was with him, we probably did a good dozen of these stops after that first one. And he got better and better and better until the last one. He was pretty much like a tenured officer. Of course, that's 2.5 months down the road here, doing it every night. So he's working out really well, and I got a whole bunch more here to talk about him. And I'm running out of time, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.